We wanted to celebrate our new fashion director with a party during Fashion Week because it seemed a good way to announce to the fashion industry she's finally here. It had taken us 4 months to get Nina to the magazine, and we wanted to make a statement saying here she is.
I'm very excited and I am thrilled to be joining Marie Claire. It's a magazine that is passionate about women's issues, is full of information, and I hope to expand on their fashion pages that are already beautiful and practical.
We had an extraordinary show of support from a lot of designers in the industry who came, and also a lot of celebrities. Lindsay Lohan, our cover girl, came. Heidi Klum, of course, from Project Runway, who's a good friend of Nina's.
I get to work with Nina for many years now, and I'm very excited too that I get to see a few new lines for the next Project Runway. I get to say, you know, Nina Garcia, fashion director at Marie Claire, which is pretty cool.
We're looking to develop our fashion coverage, and I think Nina has a great sense of taste and style, but also she understands the practical needs of the reader, that the reader needs to get dressed and get out the door in the morning, and she wants to know what pieces are worth investing in, where she can splurge and where she can steal, which of course is Marie Claire's, always been Marie Claire's signature fashion attitude.
She's got such a great image with, you know, her TV persona. I think that really helps the magazine, and vice versa. Joanna's an amazing editor-in-chief to work for, and I think, you know, you've got two strong women and a great magazine.
We were incredibly lucky to be able to hold the party at the Penthouse at Milk Studios, which actually very rarely gets let out for these kind of events. It's a very private space, and we were so lucky that the evening was beautiful. It has a lovely outside terrace. The weather couldn't have been better. It was just a charmed evening from beginning to end. In the way that fashion has its shows in February and in September, beauty also has a season when they really roll out the big new products, and really October is that time, the fall is that time.
The concept for the 5 Minute Faces story, we really just wanted to interpret what we were seeing on the runway and make it very wearable for women in terms of being able to do it themselves, and also being able to you know, sort of navigate all the trends that are somewhat difficult to wear.
A lot of the stuff that we saw on the runway was either a completely bare face, like no makeup at all, but then who really wants to go out there completely free of makeup? Or else it would be a lot of makeup, like the Robert Palmer smoked out eyes, bright pink lipstick. Again, that's a little bit too extreme too.
We saw so many different grades of makeup intensity on the runway. I think it was important to be able to show readers that you can do something really sheer, and then you can also do something really dramatic, and it can all be fairly simple.
We took out one of the elements for each of the faces and then made it much easier to do, because if you're doing a bright lip, for instance, but you're not putting on the eyeshadow, you're only doing a lengthening mascara, that cuts down your time by at least 10 minutes.
I think the message for fall wasn't that it was about a really thick or unruly brow, but just like a nice, clean, natural looking, but well-groomed brow. So this product from Benefit, I think, is great because it shades your brows in a little bit, also has that great brush so that you can brush them into place.
This is light to medium, right? And people often think that they have to match their brow pencil to the hairs on their face, but actually you should use something a little bit lighter, because you're just trying to create the shadow of the brow instead of actually drawing in little hairs.
Right. If I use a black pencil, I would look like
Groucho Marx.
Exactly.
It's just a great way of trying to show readers new products, exciting new colours, new trends, but also a way they can use them in their life, which doesn't mean they have to spend 3 hours one Saturday experimenting.
Obviously a strong lip was something that we were seeing a lot. When you do go for something really dramatic on the lips, I feel like definitely go really bare on the eyes. I mean, just a mascara. And in this case, loved this Vincent Longo lip color. The really pretty deeper red.
You can put on sheer if you want. You can blend it in and make it more of a stain.
And I think a lot of the glosses or a lot of the lip products that are in this sort of packaging now, they have an almost lipstick-like wear to them, but it's still sort of the ease of gloss. This palette from CoverGirl is really pretty perfect because you do get that peachy tone for the cheeks, and then this more of like a grapey color for the eyes. And even though those colors are sometimes harder to wear because she did it so soft and smoked out, then it became much easier.
5-minute faces is really a real makeup job that you can apply to yourself, but it takes you no longer than 5 minutes. That's our guarantee to our reader. 5 minutes, you're out the door, you look fabulous.
Today we're shooting the pictures to go with the high school reunion special in our November issue.
Little essays and tips and ideas about how to survive your high school reunion, and not really how to survive it only, but how to thrive at your high school reunion.